I talked to a gentleman named Eric yesterday who works with the retirement system of Winnebago Mental Health Institute. Well, kind of, sort of. It's a organization called ETF, but man, was he a helpful guy. And he said, hey, you have a birthday coming up. Happy early birthday. The guy was just as awesome at his job as Nacho Libre is at luchadoring and as Tom Brady is at playing football. Now, I haven't really been into football that much lately since Tom retired. But, he's doing something new now. He's an announcer for football. So I might come back to the world of football just to see Tom Brady talk about it. Kind of heal the wounds. But thanks, Mo. I appreciate you. I really do. I'm about to walk to the park. I'm going to go a little early. It's about 3:46 in the morning this morning, and the park doesn't open till 4. But I'm going to take something with me besides my cell phone. I'm going to take something a little bit embarrassing. When Nacho trained in his montage on Nacho Libre, he did some embarrassing stuff to find his eagle powers. Like his best friend shot him in the chest with a cantaloupe out of a catapult. How do you combine catapult and cantaloupe in one word? I'll have to think about that on the walk. A cantaloupe? I don't know. Hard to say. But some of the things that I have done in my life to make me as strong as I am are just as equally as crazy as shooting yourself in the chest with a cantaloupe or a mushmelon, as my grandma Alice used to call it. She loved to call it mushmelon. But anyway, man, I was kind of embarrassed yesterday. I was, here I am supposed to be this big, strong superhero guy, right? But I did 300 some pull-ups yesterday at the park. So my forearms are just, and I had to carry this stupid weight back to my car. And it's not heavy now because, I had a good night's sleep. I could carry that probably to Oshkosh and back, but it sucked. It sucked carrying that weight, having it feel like it was 1,000 pounds, and having the chief of security watching you and having the director of the hospital watching you. It was just like, man, it was kind of embarrassing. So, you know what? I don't get embarrassed, but the thing is, I have the ability to, I don't know, I'm not going to describe it, but the thing is, I could tell that the security chief and the director, they kind of felt embarrassed for me. You know what I mean? Even though I wasn't embarrassed, so no hard feelings. Hey, you know what? That comes with the territory. When you do 300 pull-ups a day, sometimes your grip strength just isn't as good. And to be fair, they did offer to help carry the weight for me to my car, which, maybe I'm not immune to embarrassment. But the thing is, everybody has times when they need help. I don't think that was one of those times, but I'm going to start a new challenge today. As you can see, we have teeny tiny, tiny, and big. Well, there's this gentleman in history named Milo of Corton. And he was one of the strongest dudes ever. And the way he got super strong was not wearing adult diapers. It was not shooting himself in the chest with the cantaloupe. And it wasn't, ironically, lifting dumbbells either. I want to write the word dumbbell on here with a Sharpie next to Mrgrrr, and I'm going to do that sometime down the road. I don't think I'm quite ready for that chapter yet. But, talk about embarrassing. I'm going to be carrying this little pink weight with me everywhere for a while, just like Milo carried his calf Not this type of calf. One of the moo cow calves. Could you imagine how strong you would be carrying a calf around with you everywhere you go? But anyway, enough of the finer things. I'm going to take my little pink weight and I'm going to walk to the park. I don't think I'm going to do any pull-ups today because, well, if you do the same exercise every day in a row, Milo, I know you carry your calf every day, but that was like 3,000 years ago. Things have changed. So, all right, I'm going to make it to the park. I think I'm going to do some lunges today. One of the good things about being a nocturnal animal is there's always work to be found. Most people don't like working the night shift, that's for sure. Like, I would prefer not to either, because that's going to take me down roads that I really don't want to go. But a family man's got to do what he's got to do. Tom Brady, he's announcing now instead of playing football. And rumor has it he's getting paid pretty darn well to do so. So I have some time, though, to think about what I want to do next if I don't win the uphill battle back to get my job back at Winnebago Mental Health Institute. I've been thinking about it, Tom Brady survived some scandals in his football career. Tom Brady will be sadly remembered for a lot of things that aren't so good, like Deflategate. Deflategate was that episode where everybody was getting all wild and crazy about if Tom Brady was a cheater because he was inflating the footballs too much or deflating them too much. That was a big, big scandal. So, Tom Brady, they don't talk about Deflategate much anymore because, they want to focus on the good things that Tom Brady did. Is the moon out tonight? We got a bright star right there guiding my way, but I don't see the moon. The moon was like pretty full and pretty beautiful, but I've realized now that Mrgrrr will probably be forever remembered for Scootergate. This whole deal with my scooter, and I have not ridden, I think, my scooter since Scootergate. It's still in the back of my car. So it might be time for me to pull out that scooter and own it and say, yep, guilty. Scootergate is real. So Tom Brady bounced back quite well from Deflategate. It's possible that the commissioner says, you know what, Mrgrrr, after further review, we've decided that Scootergate is not enough to retire you from the game of being a PCT. Because, man, Tom Brady loved football, and I know it was hard for him to walk away from it. Being a PCT is my football. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing more awesome than that. Some people, like their job. Being a PCT was a job that I was born to do. They always say, grow up to be the person you needed when you were young. And I've done that, and it's cool. So being able to help young people with their problems, man, it feels good as winning the Super Bowl to me. When you love something that much, it's worth climbing up a hill to try to get it back. Scootergate. I like the sound of that. 4 a.m. sharp. Here we are at Patriot Point. Now, doing my lunges, is it going to be more difficult holding this embarrassing little pink dumbbell? probably not. I mean, the thing is that the cell phone and this thing weigh about the same. So if I keep the cell phone in one hand and the little pink weight in the other and do some lunges, yeah, it doesn't really feel any different. You know, there's my knee, there's my other knee. Yep. So I'm going to do this for about an hour, just marching around this castle like Tom Brady marching around his castle. Apparently Tom Brady owned a castle at one time in his life with a moat. You can't be the GOAT without owning the moat. So this is my castle. All are welcome here. Not many people come here, but the thing is, when I'm here in the summertime working out and there's like 8 billion kids splashing around in the water, they all come over and hang out on the monkey bars with Mrgrrr, and their parents just watch in amazement, because like I tell Garrison, if little kids love you and dogs love you, chances are you're on the right path in life. So I'm gonna miss giving out jump ropes. Like I bet you I gave away at least 200 jump ropes this year at this castle. I don't know how many hours I jumped rope here. I could set my camera here, boop, and videotape myself jump roping for 18 hours and get 1 million hits and 1 million views and make $1 million, but it's not about that. It's about being a symbol to inspire people. Like, I know there's a lot of people that are sitting on the benches and the tables there, watching their kids play and watching me jump rope like a robot for hours and hours on end, wondering, man, how cool would it be if I could do that? And you can. There is nothing special about Mrgrrr, and that's the funny thing. Tom Brady, he isn't the most athletic guy in the world. He just believes that if you work at something hard enough, you can achieve anything. And those are the people that end up being a symbol for us. So, all right, enough of the finer things. I'm going to put on some sunflowers on my little cell phone, and I'm going to think about my darling wife at home, who's hopefully getting some good sleep. And I'm going to think of Milo of core time. Good old me and Milo. Well, this is kind of like the smallest calf that ever was born. It's kind of like a preemie. Yeah, and it's got no horns or no feet or anything. But Milo, stop laughing at me, Milo. I never thought I'd get over Peter Parker, but the idea of a superhero leaving stickers around the city to make it a better place, I can get behind that, Miles Morales.